Joyce, the NAACP honored more than 30 people who were the first to sit down and stand up for their rights. Those people who made history say anything worth dying for is living for. So they spoke up and the civil rights movement began. They're being called history makers.
We went down to the public libraries.
These men and women stood up for their rights when almost everything was segregated. Dr. Josephine Isabel Jones was 20 years old when she was arrested. She walked in the public library on Peabody where African Americans were not allowed.
We knew we would be jailed.
She says she and 19 other black students were fed up and wanted to make a change during the 1960s.
In order to be heard, to be seen, and to get our point over, we knew it was so important for it to be a peaceful move.
Chester Moore also made history. He was arrested for going to the Memphis Public Zoo. African Americans were also not welcomed in many other places in Memphis.
We went to the eating facilities downtown, Walgreens, Woolworth, and they were all with clothes. They would throw ammonia on the seats in order to get us up or wouldn't let us enter the facility.
During an NAACP meeting, the people who started the civil rights movement were honored, but it wasn't easy to get where they are today.
Well, that's what you were accustomed to. You didn't like it. You realized that it wasn't fair, but it wasn't much you could do other than demonstrate and show your anxiety.
50 years later, the African American community says the fight is not over. These history makers want the younger generation to take their stories and never forget.
People lost their lives for them to have the opportunity to vote and to always vote and register your one vote, which can make a difference.
Now, the first organizers of the civil rights movement had a hard time getting jobs after those sit-ins. Many of them left Memphis during the 1960s, but many have come back to teach in public schools, work in the hospitals, and other jobs in the area. Reporting live in studio, Jackie Orozco, ABC 24 News.